Chat. Where's that? All right, guys. So I'm gonna wait for some people here just to get up on. Man, that's crazy. Give me that phone, please. Can you hand me that, please? I need help. I'm trying to get to my friends to let them know. Man, this is crazy. Guys, this is a random live video. Uh huh. Oh, let me move this over. Better. Oh, that's better. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the chat. I needed the cable. Why would you untuck it? Well, the phone's connected to the cable. It's the same thing. It reaches. It's a 10-foot cable. It would reach, wouldn't it? Thank you. Oh man, this is crazy, guys. I just found this out thanks to Rukia. I kind of want to read this article too. This is really crazy news. Um, Hi everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. I know. I don't know if this is gonna even hurt. Like this is gonna hurt Xbox just alone. It could be. I don't know. I want, as I said, I want to read the article and we'll go over it together, and then I'll give my thoughts. So I'm getting into this now, just looking this over. Um, the article is written by Screen Rant, so yeah, this is huge. This is not even something just to go to my Discord real quick. I don't know. I'll see more about it. As I said, I don't know. Everyone's it's so big that most people don't know, and it's kind of crazy. So, do we got any more viewers right now? I'm adding some people to the chat, letting them know to click my link. So hopefully they go to it. Um, Man, this is gonna be huge. This is so huge. Well, it needs further ado. I guess I only got one person here. So let's read in. All right, hold on. There we go. Right? You guys can hear me? Good. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So bad news for Halo Infinite. Director leaves a delayed project. A third project has unexpectedly been departed from 343. Already, Halo Infinite ending titles already latest release. This is done by Mitchell Bar- Stress, and he pretty much. You guys can go into this a little bit more if you guys want to. I'm gonna start getting into this. So, even more bad news for Halo Infinite has been reported that director Chris Lee, who's been the director officially part of the project, Lee remains Microsoft's 343 Industries employee, but has departed at least the latest blow to project already, marred by the high-profile delay despite fans' enthusiasm for the latest entry in the popular series. The project was hit with the multiple problems of almost from the day of technical issues, meant that entirely a new game engine has been built in order to cope. Early fans' response to gameplay was largely negative, especially surrounding the graphics, gameplay, massive outskirting, and reverse interferences, planar protection, COVID 2019, while production was full swing, then of course it seemed the project couldn't hold. So, um, Tim Logo, the original creator for Director 343 Halo Infinite, left the project studio expectedly in August 2019. So this is not the first time someone's left for this damn project. And I'm thinking that this is gonna be a future thing that nobody wants to put their name to. These two people finally just leave. I don't know. Departure remained largely unexplained, but the cast deep doubts the game progress. Mary Olson, who took over the lead producer Halo Infinite upon Logo's departure, left the studio shortly thereafter as well. Chris Lee, partner headed at 343, has been with the studio since 2008 and has been working on the project until this so far. Unexplained exit, which suspiciously comes just 2 months after the game's delay in 2021, pushing out the Xbox Series launch. Lee's departure from the project echoes Tim's Logos, and there has been real explanation for why either director left the speculation. However, Lee felt pushed aside that the addition for 343's Halo Publishing, Cherry Hearts, Hints, and former Halo Bungie writer St. Joe Staten to help push the Belger title to the finish line. Lee offered a statement Bloomberg's that said, I have stepped back from Infinite and I'm looking for the future opportunities. I believe the team and confident will deliver the great game. Now is a good time for me to step away. Microsoft's only response to the statement has been off support and gratitude to Lee, but similarly offers no further details to why the major head lead on Halo Infinite decided to step aside. And it could have been that he was offered something way better, and I think that he saw this was going to go nowhere and there was no point for him to stay. And Xbox is, I don't know. I'll get into it a little bit more. Lee remains Microsoft employee, which may indicate that he left on reasonable terms, but that he inclusion of hints of Satan definitely. I don't think if Lee were to leave Microsoft right now, it would probably show. It would literally show. Hey, Ricky's God. I think honestly, it would really hurt Xbox. If he would have left Xbox completely, it would have showed something bad, no matter what. This hurts Xbox alone in general, but it would also show that there is a problem with Xbox. And I think even though they're trying to use this, it seems what he's saying is almost a cover up. So I don't think that he's in good terms with Microsoft anymore. I don't think so. Definitely lends some credibility to the rumors that created differences between more play, games development, unless an abnormally high amount of outsourcing to finish the title, which has been cited to major reasons for the game undoubtedly delay. With no definitive release date to speak of, it's difficult to say whether or not Lee's departure has delayed Halo Infinite release date. I think it was going to be delayed regardless, no matter how much they pushed it. Halo Infinite, and any more than early problems already had. Push of the release past November has already dealt a critical blow, and Microsoft, which is continuing its title to help sell Xbox Series X and S consoles during the holiday, but of course, could just be Microsoft's determination to have the project that's perfectly published and its possible title and mint the foundation. I'm curious what other people are saying about this. For the next 10 years of series, the game is long-term profitability outweighs the money and could pull single holiday season. All fans can do the meantime continue to wait patiently for 343 wrap up productions, no matter how many projects at least it takes. This is huge, and what I'm getting from what I just read, and I'm just speculating here, but it seems like obviously he's leaving because there's no point in Halo anymore. And he doesn't want to leave and make Xbox look bad. And maybe that's the agreement they have where, he's leaving on good terms and we'll keep you an employee at Xbox, make Xbox look good. And he might have screwed up the game so much on the first launch date that they might have just let him go in the first place and said that he's not worth it no more. They might have somebody already looking into replacing him already, and he's just saying move on better things. Maybe it could be either two things. Either he got fired, but he's putting it out here like he's not, or the other thing is that he really found he just feels like this game's a waste of time. And the way the articles reads is what I'm getting from the article, especially right here, it sounds like Xbox has been pushing things that they can't push, and they're putting things out that they can't actually produce or never had produced in the first place, and lack thereof. That's the one of the things I was trying to explain to everyone. Microsoft has a history of making things sound better than what they are, and they try to always beat people to the punch like it's some game, like itself is a game, and it's not. They push these things and then they expect their employees to meet these high employment levels to a point where there's no point. And not even this, you come out to find out that either the Xbox is not what it means to be, or their PC is not out what they think there is going to be, or their games are not going to come out the way they expect to be, that they all hype this up to be. And that's because all they want you to do is buy the first thing. If they can get you to buy it, they've already won. No matter if you don't like it or not, if they can get you to buy it, you already won. But what they care about is right here, right now. If it's not bought yet, then that's what they care about. So that's why they do so hard to protect the meantime before they launch it. But once it's launched, if they feel like they've done enough pushing, and it may be that Lee does not see the point of this game. I mean, it got so much backlash as it says right here. It did get backlash. It got so much backlash, and with everything going on, I don't know. As I said, I'm just speculating on that. This is really really big. It's huge because a lot of people have already tried this game, and two big timers have already tried this game, and I don't know who else they can get to replace it that would be just as big. I mean, these guys, it feels like investors are getting involved here more than the game developers are, and they're listening to game investors and developers. And that's really going to hurt Xbox if they're doing that, especially with their IP. But that's how Xbox is ran. They ran by what does good for their investors. But to leave right in the middle of a delay and act like everything's good is not cool. You leave when the project's done. Then that means that you actually cared about the project, and that means that there's no bad feelings. If you're leaving between the project and it's not even done yet, such big project as this, and you're just telling your team, well, they can get it done. I have faith in them. That just tells me that you've been fired, or you're just not up to the par, or you're just done with the whole project and you don't see that it's going nowhere, and you're leaving before your name gets put on there, but you don't care what happens to your to the devs. And if that's the case, I don't feel happy about this. This is huge, guys. I'm curious what Twitter's saying about this, and that to me, Um, I it I don't know. I'm curious. Um, if anybody's actually caught onto this besides me. Um, oh, he's live. Big Eric. Okay. Sorry, I know you guys are seeing my. This is. If you guys don't know this is my gamer Twitter. For Legend of All Gamers. So everything I get is from here. I'll report when I go live and stuff like that. So if you guys want to add me on my Twitter, go ahead and do that. Um, See, I think this got pushed around. More people are interested in what the Xbox looks like. Uh, this is insane. Um, I want to see if I type in Microsoft's tweets. Um, Halo Infinite. maybe their page, and we'll just see their top tweets. Um, I want to see what they're see. There are a lot of them are just showing this. I haven't seen. Oh wow! So tomorrow at 2 p.m. we're going live at our Halloween community play day. Okay. Um, this is. Yeah, I want to see what people are actually saying here. Well, I don't want to reply. I just want to look at your freaking comments. No, I don't want to reply. It's funny how there's no comments on this. There we go. I don't think it's having development issues. I don't think that's what it is at all. Ooh, so Jason Scare. Um, I don't know who he is. He's press. Anybody know who Jason Scare is and what he's about? Yeah, I mean, is Jason Scare? Anybody know who he is? I mean, he does a lot of clickbait titles, so I don't know. Maybe he's in the news. Very popular. Well, I mean, obviously, if it's having development issues, I mean, obviously that's why it looked so bad when it first came out. But I don't know. And see, I'm not the only one who says that. Microsoft is treating their most important property correct. Chris Lee is Halo veteran since CE. There it is. I knew it. He was a freaking big timer for Halo. There's too many cooks and too much Microsoft. Politics are getting involved, and release of Infinite is not a good sign. Yeah, I believe this is the real reason right here is why we're not getting a good Infinite Halo, and that Halo was just a hype thing just to try to push the Xbox, and they had really no plan for it. It was just a fucking Microsoft politics bullshit. So the guy whose entire resume is writing for games is known for all their awful stories, influence increasing. Maybe they should just try to hire Jim Ryan and get the head. Oh well. Yeah, dude, I'm hoping they can recover and they can fix this, but it's not looking good. How would it be good? How would it be a good time to walk away during a game that has so much backlash and that everybody's been wanting since the first launch date, and you don't have it on launch date? Your own IP. That's what throws me off. This is your IP. This is Xbox's main IP. Okay, this is like if Mario were to fucking get delayed. This is horrible. That would freaking wreck Nintendo. Um, and you're telling me that it's okay for your head director of this game to walk away during its worst time? That's the most stupid, idonic thing I could ever think of. This is ridiculous. So he must I don't know why he's saying good. Thank God for that. I don't know if that's actually a good thing. I don't think that Halo's gonna be ruined. I just think that yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think I think exactly she's right. Two directors to leave a one game is unheard of. And I think yeah, and there it is. Um I think honestly the game needs to be scrapped. I think Microsoft bit more than they could chew. They tried to prove something and they didn't have it. And instead of doing the right thing and scrapping it, they obviously couldn't fix it. And they don't need to have a release date. They just need to come up with the game when they can come up with it. I think that's where it should be. I mean, the COVID is not the real issue here. I think the real issue here is the fact that Microsoft puts too much crap on these developers and they don't know how to treat them. And they expect so many great results because they believe that they have to. And they push beyond what they can actually push these devs to, and they don't have nothing to show for themselves. They don't have no experience. None of their politics in the Microsoft industry have any gaming experience whatsoever. Phil Spencer is washed up. Okay, he has no real game experience anymore. Um, he's just a spokesman, and if you're believing him that Xbox or Microsoft has really good, the developers are nowhere near for consoles. Oh, maybe for PC, yes, but for consoles, no. They're not a console people. I mean, they're just not, and they're trying to be. They're not. It clearly shows. Yeah, and I think that can be it too. 343 is just not the right company to run this game on. It could be that they need to hire somebody else to do this job. This is crazy. I mean, I'm hurt because I love Halo. This is really bad. I mean, I'm not saying the game's gonna be completely trashed, but I'm saying that they should have never announced something they didn't have ready for it. And if you're Xbox, you should have already prepared Halo to be. I said it before in my channel. I said it again. If you're Xbox and you have your IP coming out for that Xbox, you should have everything ready for that Xbox and for that game. I mean, if Dirt can be played in 128p and the graphics looks fine, why couldn't you get? If you can get Dirt right, why couldn't you get your own IP right? Which is ridiculous. Yeah, that's what I said, dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Halo's just not doing so well. I think a lot of people don't even want to touch it. A lot of big time devs don't even want to touch it. Yeah, but even then, they still want their fucking IP, or else they wouldn't even bother announcing it. I'm laughing at this. This is funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Shout out to the cans in the stores. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I think Bungie should have kept Halo. I honestly think it should have stayed that way. Yeah, that was just sucks. I like this. She's not playing around, dude. Just saying. She's not playing around. Yeah, see, that might be the case that we need to have. We may need to have another studio just take it over. They should give it back to Bungie. I believe that. If they could give it back to Bungie, I think honestly, dude, bro, to be honest, I I wouldn't care if the codes don't work. Um, I think Bungie should just take it back. I mean, shit. Yeah. This guy just called it more time to enjoy the PS5. Wow. The war has begun. Shit. Yeah, this is the problem with Microsoft. They don't know how to do things right. You must complete the game before you try to push it. It's the same thing with what's happening with Cyberpunk too. It's funny that we can get Cyberpunk and Last of Us 2 was supposed to be released at the same time, yet Cyberpunk is one being delayed to December 10th, and uh, what is it? Last of Us 2 is already out in my house with everything they wanted to do. I mean, this is bullcrap. I think it's an excuse. If you're trying to use COVID as an excuse why you can't get the game done in time, that's a bullcrap excuse. I'm sorry, it is. Get it shit done. I kind of want to hear what people have said on YouTube about this because this is really it shocks me. I'm gonna try to see if I can not get copyrighted here. I don't think is it copyright if I play someone else's YouTube video on what they talked about? Just out of curiosity. As long as I'm talking over it and giving you my sites, right? Who'd you say did it? 'Cause I didn't see him post anything today. Oh wow, he did.